Here we go. Oh, I was early.
I love that thing. I need that.
She is obsessed with that air horn. Obsessed with it.
Oh,
I'm gonna go to the people in the Target and be like,
"You're gonna get a lot of this today. Welcome, friends. Welcome, friends, to Speakeasy HR. I have the one and only John and Jackye. Well, welcome back, John, to Speakeasy HR.
Glad to be
You
here.
were the first guest last summer.
First guest. I was.
Guest. Yep.
Yeah.
And you were able to get your co-host to come on
counterpart.
and chat.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Jackye.
Right?
Welcome. We have our purple on.
like, how did he get to do that without me? How did he? How?
Well, he wanted to set the bar high, and so, now we're jumping the shark. 1 year later, this is what happens.
Yeah. We're all a year older. We're all a year wiser, right?
And you did point out the fact we're doing the purple. The celebration today is in purple.
Not any of my guests have said, why don't you wear this color? So you're the first duo guest group to be here, first of all.
That's right.
You're setting the stage with people that want to wear maybe a specific color. So I had to go buy a purple shirt.
Yeah. So talk to us about that. Was that hard for you to you don't wear purple. So were you fretting about that?
No, actually I did have a purple shirt and my son had it on this morning. He wore it to play golf and I was like, oh, that's where it went. So he wears my golf shirts now. So the ones that I haven't worn in a while, I give to him.
I mean, if you have access to his bank account, buddy, just charge him.
It's the way it goes. Well,
yeah. I'm gonna put receipt.
Oh my gosh. So we are live, my friends, on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So I have 3, and you're streaming on a couple of your accounts.
Yes. So, all the places.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about some exciting stuff today, some exciting news to share. But again, my name is David Noe, the host of this crazy podcast I started a year ago. And John set the tone for everybody else. And now we're at episode 40. So got 40 in a year. And it was way more than that.
Wow.
That is awesome.
How about that? And now I have all right, let's look at coffee mugs. What do you got?
Oh,
I got this.
She is already drinking heavily.
It says you got this.
Now, what's inside that?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. I shared with you, brought Barbara Manatee with me with my loose tea.
There you go.
And so I'm still in the tea phase of things for the day.
Listen, this is actually sweet tea. I'm just not supposed to drink it. That's what the dentist is like. Too much sweet tea.
I just read about that with somebody else as well, that they had to cut back on the sweet tea because of their teeth. The enamel was wearing away and stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Bad news. Bad news.
All right.
They'll kick me out of Texas if I stop.
That is the truth. That is absolutely the truth.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's get to it. First off, Word of the Week blogs out. Week 30, awareness, speakeasyhr.com. Go check it out. Weekly blogs to your inbox. Just one word a week. And it might give you a little of inspiration to have more awareness in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we all need it?
Sorry, Dave.
I'm aware of a lot of things these days.
In your cup today, John?
I mean, a lot of
and
how awareness. That is the word. Oh, man. It's bad. People need to be here. I'm going to add to it. This is off script. Please be aware of one another and be gracious. Just give people the benefit of the doubt in the first minute. Give them the benefit of the doubt. When you know the whole story and they're an awful human being, okay, but give them the benefit of the doubt weeks.
Just breathe.
Seriously.
Love it, John. Love it. Love it. All right.
Okay, I'm done. Sorry. Back
All
on
right. No, you're fine. No, this is what's great about this episode is that it's gonna roll with it, and we're just gonna roll.
Yes.
Are you okay with that? Like you invited both of us. I mean, that's high risk.
As long as we get through the world famous envelope icebreaker game with brand new questions, I don't care where else we go. This is my favorite part.
I mean, you are so good, David. Honestly, like
and you
planned
make us
you are. Come on,
like,
there's a lightning round today too, friends. There's a lightning round, so just wait.
I'm like, we don't even have a podcast. I mean, we are losers.
We are the worst.
We're gonna have to work on that.
You have an awesome. This is your show is one of my highlights of the week. So let's talk about that real quick, and then we'll get into the other stuff. But First Coffee was my inspiration for this. So when you guys started doing it, I'm like, they're having fun. They're having fun doing this, and it's live. So who knows, who's going to be talking and chatting and, talking to you all. And so I try to get on as much as I can, just if I can for a few minutes. So whether I'm traveling, at work, between meetings, you guys on Thursdays, But First Coffee. If you don't watch it, I would go out on LinkedIn, find these two, subscribe, follow them. But First Coffee is one of my favorite parts of the week. So definitely need to watch that.
Thank you.
Because you have a topic. You guys have a topic. You act like you don't have a topic.
Well, I mean, like, literally went on ChatGPT and was like, I think I need topics. I'm like, I'm like, me and John, we do this thing and I don't know. And it was a little frustrating. And even though we've done it like a year in advance, we still don't know the topic. Like, we're both still absolutely shocked when we see the topic. That's why those coming back to the topic sometimes takes this like weird left turn. And then we'll have to say, what was the topic? And then talk about it. But it started.
No, go ahead.
Well, it was funny. It was back in the day. If you remember, not everybody had LinkedIn Live. They only gave it to certain people the way that they rolled it out. So as soon as I got it, I wanted to try it. And I called Katie and she was like, it's too early. What are you talking about? So then I asked John. And John was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then we had so much fun. Literally very similar like to today. We just launched it. We didn't send out any emails. We didn't have a topic. We talked for an hour. And then we were like, oh, that was fun. You want to do it again next Thursday? And that's how we started But First Coffee.
That's awesome.
And we kept talking to our millions of fans. And literally there was no one. It was just me and John. And now... Gosh, that was several years ago.
One of my favorite episodes, or whatever you want to call them, is when John was outside and the guy was blowing the leaves, but there weren't any leaves.
That's my favorite
oh my
episode.
Gosh.
With that, actually, my favorite is the one at Wreckfest when John went to the wrong location in the Uber and he had to go.
That was so frustrating. Why do we have so many Centennial Parks in Nashville? Who the heck is on this committee? Why? Centennial, bicentennial, tricentennial. Who are these people?
I'll have to go back and watch that one. I don't know if I watched that one.
It is so funny. It is.
And me running through the crowds trying to log in. I mean, get into the. Oh, it was. I'm always the man on the street who's a disaster. That's usually my role.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. You guys do awesome.
We love your support though for that show.
Well,
David. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that was my inspiration for this. So John was very fortunate to connect with me as the first guest, but he was the one that also gave me the insights and what he did and this platform. So I'm not I don't take that for granted, John. So I appreciate all you've done. And now having Jackye on and talking about, what she's done in her world, she's been a little busy on The Amazing Race and things, John.
I mean, the fact that she still hangs out with me says a whole lot.
I
People don't know. I didn't tell John. Like when you go on those things, you are contractually obligated to not tell anyone. And I told him how many hours? I think it was like an hour before they were about to announce that I was on the Amazing Race. That time that I said I was like going to take time off of social media. That's where I was.
I had a guess that she was on Amazing Grace, though. She showed up to do But First Coffee in that opera outfit that she wore on the Amazing Race, and I was
I should put that on my resume, like Cantonese opera singer.
You should put that picture on your resume. I love that. Literally, outfit.
We had to get a cab. And we are like two Black people, not real common in Hong Kong. And we're literally in whiteface, like, and we had to wear the hats.
Yeah.
Like, and we're running. And we have a camera crew. I mean, you're running through the streets of Hong Kong, and then you're going into the cab, and it's not like you can say, "Hey, can you take me to 5th Street?" You have to go. I need to go here. I'm going here. And some people are just like,
"Can you take me to 5th Street?" What a random street, 5th Street.
Yeah. I mean, I know that people know the Amazing Race, so people had to have guessed that we were something. It's not, I mean, we're season 37, so it's warm. But I mean, literally, we were so afraid we weren't going to get a cab, and then we did. And we're literally running and asking for directions with
but you should have gotten a better cab. That's the thing. You need a better cab. Right?
For real. From the beginning. So our first cab, by the way, stopped. So we got there right when it was 7:30 in the morning, but it was school time and it was raining and they had a bus. So we got onto the cars and then they said, go. And then everybody went and we were last in getting into our cab. But then also I thought it was going to break down any
You need
second.
A different cab.
The guy stopped and pulled over twice to let a bus over. And
that's when you should have gotten out of that cab. Yeah. I'm telling you right then and gotten in the school bus. If everybody's letting the school bus in, get on the bus.
Yeah.
Listen.
Everybody just go watch The Amazing Race if you haven't. The latest season with Jackye and her awesome sister. So, and purple was your color, right?
Yes.
Purple, yes. And so now everybody has to wear purple because I have a lot of purple. A lot of purple.
Oh, I love it. All right. Let's get to this envelope icebreaker game. Brand new questions. 1 through 15. So I'm going to give you all a few seconds. You get to pick a number, 1 through 15, and we're going to see what it is. And we're going to share a little bit about us because I'm sure people watching live, they know you. They might not know me, or they might know me. They might not know you. So give me about 10 seconds, and we're going to pick numbers.
Oh.
I mean, he's just so good. He's got all the intros. It's so annoying. I mean, it's so good.
Yes, brilliant.
It's just me. It's just me too. All right,
our
Jackye.
Producer stinks. Go ahead.
1 through 15, Jackye. 1 through 15. What do you got?
3.
3.
Now,
3?
I mean, go ahead. Unbelievable that you would take my number. Go ahead.
You get to answer it, John. You both get to answer it.
No, I don't want to answer it. Forget it.
Okay. All right. Let's do this.
No.
You still answer.
If your resume had a fun facts section on it, what would it say? Well, it's not very close. If your resume had a fun fact section, what would it say?
Who's answering this, Jackye?
She can start, and then
we're both answering.
Oh, we both answer. Go ahead, Jackye. Well, you said Cantonese opera singer. I guess that's a fun fact section.
I do have fun facts on my resume, and it says dog advocate, reality TV star, or reality TV contestant, and I don't know. It says something else. I can't remember, but it does have a fun fact.
That's awesome.
I don't have fun facts like that. I mean, I guess if I had to put one on there, I could put backup dancer.
Backup dancer.
That would be good.
Yeah, backup dancer is probably the one that I would put on there, I guess, because that's not something everybody could put on their resume.
Can you dance like?
You should put 98% Italian. I think that's my favorite fun fact.
That's very upsetting. I don't really like to confirm about the 2%. Stupid ancestry.com.
We're literally going on Ancestry, and I'm like, oh my God, John, look at mine. It looks so crazy. I mean, it's like confetti of how many places I come back. And John is like
Italian. All Italian, except this 2% somehow that somebody was visiting for a long weekend, and there I come. 2%.
All right, John, what do you got?
What'd you say? 1 to 15?
1 to 15, my friend.
12.
12.
Because I took 3, see 1 plus 2.
Yep, I see.
All right, here we go. I don't remember what I put in here.
I will not do any nudes.
What's a go-to snack you could eat every single day and never get tired of?
Oh, Jackye knows exactly what I'm going to say. This is the devil candy that once you get started, you cannot stop. Those Nerds clusters.
Nerds clusters.
What in the world? What cocaine-laced sugar is in those things? You cannot stop eating them. That entire bag has to go as soon as it's opened. Jackye and I got to speak at TalentNet. This was a couple years ago now. We're in Dallas, Jackye, I think, was at with the movie theater. And it was such a cool venue. It was in a movie theater. And it's one of those ones where they like bring you lunch, and then they also brought you like a snack. And she got a bucket of popcorn and I got Nerds clusters, and we sat next to each other, and she figured out that you could do 3 pieces of popcorn and 2 of the Nerds clusters all at once. And it was crazy good.
So
right?
Good.
Okay.
Crazy good. Yeah.
So good. Love Nerds.
Okay.
But, I would say trail mix.
Oh.
I know.
Get
Don't
out.
at me.
The big boxes or the big bags at Costco, amazing.
Yeah.
I think we went
trail
through,
mix. You two need to get out more.
It's like this big. I thought it'd last about a month. It lasted about 4 days in my house.
I love trail mix, but no, I don't like the chocolate in my trail mix.
These as well. A pound bag. I'm 3/4 away through a pound bag. I'm sick as can be. I have to finish the bag.
Oh my God.
You're gonna be in trouble. They were just, Skittles, fun fact, is made in Waco, Texas.
Ooh.
And they just had a big speak about them taking the artificial colors. I think it was one of the last ones. Skittles.
Yeah, Red 40, right?
Yeah.
Is Red 40 one of the ones
40?
that's being?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in here, Red 40. That's why I'm buying all the bags now.
Yeah, you won't like the other one. Part of the fun. All that artificial thing.
Oh my gosh. All right. Lightning round it is. Are you ready for the lightning round?
Gosh.
Oh, this is so fun.
It's the speakeasy lightning round. What do we got? Number 4. Number 4? Yeah. All right. If you could invite any historical figure to a speakeasy for a drink, who would it be?
Harriet Tubman.
Who
we got?
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet
Is that who
Tubman.
You said? Oh, that's
I want to know all about the Underground Railroad. I want to know how she got started.
Right.
How was it? I want to hear all the stories.
My gosh, that's a good one. You're gonna laugh. So first, of course, I would want to invite Jesus because I think Jesus would hang out in a speakeasy. I think that was totally fine. But I would also say my wife and I she read the autobiography of Alexander Hamilton, and she gets frustrated about the musical, not because she doesn't necessarily like the music, but she thinks it's historically inaccurate. And I was like, well, they weren't rapping back then. So for sure, right off the bat. But I think he would be fun to invite to find out like the real story, like all of the writing that he did, like what was going on with you personally, because there was so much of him in those letters. So be interesting.
Yeah. Love it. You guys have good answers, man. This is awesome.
So the safe answer is always Jesus, right? If anybody ever went to Sunday school, that's what you're supposed to, that's the safe answer.
It depends on who you're hanging out with. It depends on who you're hanging out with.
Some people are yelling for him for sure.
There you go.
A lot of people need to
take the wheel. I just sent you that this morning. Yep.
That is so funny.
So we're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. So
not for much longer. I have a feeling Facebook will be taking us down momentarily, but go ahead.
We'll try. It's actually my personal Facebook account. So
even worse. Bye, buddy.
We'll see. Bye, buddy.
You're done.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. We got a few words from our presenting sponsor, Payroll Partners. So go grab a refill for 57 seconds, and we're going to get into a little thing about celebration, and we're going to get into it. So we'll see you on the flip side. Just 1 second.
Finding a new employee takes time and money. For one position on a single job board, you could easily spend a minimum of $5 to $10 a day advertising a job post. It's worth noting that the average time it takes to hire a new employee is 36 days. However, it can take longer than that. You could find yourself paying hundreds of dollars a month for a single job board. And if you're using multiple job boards for multiple positions, this could add up to thousands of dollars a month. There is a much simpler and more affordable way of finding the right candidate. At Payroll Partners, we offer an applicant tracking system to help manage your hiring process. Our ATS is customizable, allowing you to decide which days you want to run the job and when to close it so you don't break the bank. And this feature lets you e-blast your network, posting jobs on multiple boards at once, all managed in one location. Payroll Partners, elevating your payroll and HR experience.
All right.
That's it. That is it. Listen. We're gonna do but first coffee. I'm gonna play your commercial and my commercial. Feel like a loser.
I'm down.
I'm
down for that. Well, Jackye, we're on Work Defined podcast community, right?
We are.
So
yes,
we will be promoting each other. I am sure of that. So if you are fed up with who you're working with from a payroll standpoint, don't have the right technology, need help, we work with all sorts of size businesses, companies, industries. So look us up, payrollpartners.net. We would love to work with you. All right. Where are we?
I have no idea. We made you get off script so bad. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's okay. Power of celebration. That's the topic today. I wanna know, between the three of us, how many years of HR experience are right here? We got how many?
Gosh.
60?
I will be
in
September, I will be 35 years.
35.
Yeah. I guess for me, technically, it's 23 years.
Okay. So I'm a little under you both. That's fine, but not by much. So yeah, it's 75 years right here.
Well,
holy smoke!
And I'm more than half of that. Thank you for that. Hold on a second. Let me get this.
Okay.
Let me get this fork out of my heart. Hold on 1 second.
You're gonna be okay.
So John, so I always like to ask this, and I don't know if I asked you back when you first were on as the first guest. So like, you both got into HR for what reason? What got you into HR?
The money.
That's right.
Oh my God. Absolutely not.
It's, I'm going to use the thing that I yell about today, but it was the most from a business standpoint, it was the most social component of business. And so it fit my skill set best. I could never see myself sitting and doing accounting. I love that people can do that. It's just not, wouldn't be good that way. And when I started in the journey, under the responsibility of personnel, training was part of that. And that was really just a good one for me.
Yeah.
The training part works well for me.
Yeah. I'll change up the screen so we can see each other a little better.
Like this.
Yeah.
Listen,
Everyone knows.
our producer.
Our producer stinks. I hope he's watching. Fired.
He's not fired. We need him.
Now,
So,
Jackie, you got into HR. Why did you get into talent acquisition?
I didn't mean to get into HR. I was an agency recruiter, and I thought I was going to be an agency recruiter for life. And then I did get picked up by one of my clients, and started working in-house. And that's how, and then went to a larger organization as a leader to there. And it was like, you report to HR. And that was how that happened. And then the growth, and I stayed.
Yeah.
So.
I love it. I went to school to become a professional golfer. Wanted to go golf professionally, hoping my kids will follow that path more than me. But now I've been doing HR for almost 20 years, and it's been a great career. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, like John said, I couldn't see myself doing some of the work that's important in a business, but not on a day-to-day basis. I like working with them. I like interacting with every department when they have needs and support, and they have to fill jobs and promote and develop their team and engage with them and celebrate their team. So I put this down at my desk a few weeks ago as I started, and people walk by to the break room, and I would go, "Hey, what's up, Jackye?" And they think it's hilarious. So
just don't follow them into the bathroom and do that. Then
no,
you did a good job. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Jackye, your shirt is everything. Yes.
Oh, hi, Rachel.
Thank you. I do. Thank you, Rachel. And yes, I just think it's funny. I think it's funny.
It is funny. Go ahead, call HR.
Go ahead.
I just think it's funny, and I also think it's funny when I tell people that that's the work that I have. And when people come to me and they say, "Oh, I like people, I want to get into HR," I was like, "That's not the reason to get into HR. You will be so disappointed." And even if you like everybody, they won't like you, because HR is not that place. But I think it's funny just because there's so many things, and now HR is responsible for so much more. And we're starting to get a seat at the table, but it got a little busy. We're getting a little frustrated, and we're gonna have to do a little dance now, where it's really, really important. All of the changes are so intense, but I think that when people meet me and I tell them, I'm always like, "Oh yeah, I'm in HR," because I was always like,
"Oh yeah, I am in HR." Yeah.
What? You what? And so I just always think it's funny because I'm the one with the naughty language usually. So
what? Again, I'm here to take us off script, but when we started in HR even 20 years ago, the idea of celebration has evolved from then to now, right? Because when I got involved, when I was in personnel, celebration was sheet cakes and streamers and balloons in the break room, and running around with a birthday card to have 48 people sign it.
Right.
That's what celebration was. It was very, and I don't love the running around for the sheet cake thing, right? Like getting everybody's birthday month. It's the birthday month sheet cake, and everybody whose birthday it is their first name is on the cake. And the morning of, bringing the cake in, I needed to confirm that every name that was on the sheet cake was actually still working at the organization. That's super fun. I'm not saying all that was bad, but it was very two-dimensional. It was just transactional, party, kind of celebrating. And it really became rote. It didn't mean a lot to people. It became an expectation. It wasn't celebration. It was expectation. It's my month. Where's my piece of sheet cake?
Where's my cake?
I mean, really?
I feel like that,
Yeah.
honestly. I think that you're right when you talk about that. I do miss some of that, where it is, the other thing we were discussing is how you get, like, you would get the catalog to get your 5-year pin or your 10-year pen set. And I often talk about how when my father retired, he brought a silverware kit, the whole serving, everything, and their wedding china had silver around the edge, so it like matched all of it, which was a huge big in a wooden case, And then my mother, when she retired, it's a leather couch. She's got like a full leather couch and stuff, and they still use it. By the way, like, she worked at Neiman Marcus, and that was what she got. Like, it was in the catalog, and I remember thinking, you got a freaking leather couch? Like after 20 years, you get a couch or whatever you could have picked. I'm sure there were other things besides the couch, but it's like they don't do that anymore. You don't see that anymore. Some people do it, but not in the same way. Like, I love Goody. I don't know. I know. I don't want to. I have a habit of dropping names too. Goody is one of those that has where you can have more choice. It's kind of similar to that, but I don't know if they do like 5-10 years or how people are celebrating now.
I try to do intentional recognition from like the start of a new hire. I celebrate that we hire people. I celebrate that they get through 90 days. Like I try to find the little points in somebody's time with us on our team, because I'm involved in our internal HR. We have a team that's 40 employees. We're not big, but we have a lot of people that know each other, work together. They like to celebrate their birthdays and anniversaries, right? But like you said, it's expected. Like, and then if you get it wrong and you forget them, then it's like, oh man, like you just ruin their year. So it needs to be intentional. You've got to be accurate, just like payroll. You got to be accurate with recognition, and you just got to make that intentional and really celebrate the little victories, because that's where I think everybody, no matter what size of company, I think the little victories with every manager. And I'm curious to what you both think about this. Like, put yourself in put yourself in somebody's shoes that's just become a manager for the first time in the last 12 months, right? Like, how can they connect and celebrate with their team as a new manager? I think that's so much easier said than done as a new manager, because it's hard being a manager, especially when your team isn't engaged and you just have a hard time connecting with them,
When you're a new manager, I think often you might lean one way or another. The one way would be, I want to be your buddy, so I'm going to over celebrate, right? Whatever that means for you, right? We're going to have happy hours, meet me after work. We're going to do this. We're the team, right? I'm the cool mom. Like, it's that kind of vibe. And then on the other side, you have the one who's like, I need to make sure that I establish myself as the manager, right? And so there's no, don't text me anymore like you did when we were colleagues. Now I'm your manager. It's different, that kind of thing. And it's a shame that we, in some ways, the workplace has sort of forced a manager who hasn't been encouraged into one of those two camps. Right. And I think we could do a better job of sort of saying, hold on, it can be a mix of the both end. Just relax. You don't have to be so territorial one way or the other. We probably don't do a lot of, and I'm talking broad scope. We don't do a lot of training with managers on how to celebrate recognition, right, within their team. We really don't.
Yeah.
I would say too, with that, you have to be very careful, right? Like, when you're a new manager, you don't know what your bandwidth is, and you had time to come up with a flyer in March, and then in April you couldn't. Like, I think you should do one-on-ones your first year and celebrate on an individual basis, and then say, we talked about this during our one-on-one, and then encourage your team to share, because they'll see that you made a recognition in your full team meeting, that on your one-on-one, that's what you talked about. So then it gives some onus to the employee to tell you about something that they celebrate, so that you can celebrate with them until you are more aware of what your work is going to entail.
That's great.
Did you see how I went into HR mode?
That was excellent advice. Well done.
Excellent. I love it. Joel is
my goodness.
My favorites. Thanks,
We're
Joel.
his favorites. Come on.
Appreciate you joining.
Buddy.
Love it.
Flattered.
So if anyone has any questions for these two amazing guests, put your questions in the comments, or just make a comment about Jackie's shirt, which is awesome. Love it.
Hey, mine's from J. Crew, I think. Hold on.
Shirt. Everybody's wearing purple.
I know. You told me I had to.
I know. And you have to.
All right. So HR professionals, how do they encourage a culture of everyday appreciation without feeling forced?
I mean, come on. It's not a program, folks. I mean, that's part of our problem. In human resources, again, I'm speaking generally. So if this isn't you, it's okay. But generally, we in human resources are so tactically minded. A lot of our responsibilities get us into sort of that transactional mode. I've got to put things into a system for onboarding, or update things for offboarding. I've got unemployment to respond to. We've got, eligibility for benefits, and I've got to make sure they've got the forms. Like, we get into that mindset that things that maybe shouldn't be as tactical or completely tactical, like celebration, we approach the same way because we're in that mindset. And so I think HR, it's a theme of taking a breath, right? I think HR has to take a breath when it comes to celebration and say, how formulaic or programmatic have we allowed this to become? We have these, Jackye talked about that catalog. Like, you've got this great resource in OC Tanner or WorkHuman or Recognition or whatever platform you might be using. It's like, well, what's this month's list of people we have to send their access code for the platform or whatever it is. And it's like, is that all we really want to do to celebrate people, is just say, well, we gave you your $20 on the site, because that's really all it is then. That's all it becomes. I think we need to figure out how to make at least bits of it personal on top of that. I'm not saying get rid of that, but how do I make it personal?
Absolutely.
I fully agree with that.
Samantha's got a great question. As a new manager, I've been bringing donuts and...
I'll let you have this, David.
Kolaches. I know Sam, and I know kolaches.
Okay.
Delicious.
Okay. They sound delicious. So she brings them for my small team every other week. Is there such a thing as showing appreciation too often, or does frequency help build team culture?
Well, I'll tell you, when I see this is what's funny, right? People will complain that at some point, and you won't know, they will complain that you only bring glazed donuts and kolaches. And then one day you're running late and you don't bring kolaches, and it's the same day somebody else didn't eat breakfast because they knew you brought kolaches and you don't. And all hell breaks
1,000%. Yes.
I think it's important to not bring little snacks and treats in order to gain favor. I think it's important to change it to celebrate something that's actually happened, not to win favor. So like when something else to encourage that behavior or have a goal. I mean, I don't want to be too much like the Pizza Hut, like read 5 books and we'll have a pizza party. But I do think that there should be some of that where it can be too much. And also it loses its luster. It is not as special. It's like, oh yeah, because I guarantee there's somebody right now who doesn't eat donuts or kolaches. They're not getting celebrated. And that's where we get into the inclusion and belonging.
Yes.
Like it is, somebody's gluten-free or whatever, and the nicest things, and this is why I say don't get into HR if you like people, because you start understanding this is a very common dynamic. It's across the board. One of the things that I always say is really funny, like if you ask me one of my biggest mistakes in HR, and it's like doing the t-shirt contest was like the biggest mistake. And what was it? It was like we were having a family picnic. We got to celebrate, like we're all going to have matching shirts. So then you come up with a design and then voted on it. People get freaking competitive and angry. And then like a whole bunch of people like are banning the picnic because they think that their shirt should have won and it was nepotism, and like the whole company's falling apart over something that's supposed to be fun and nice. And so, and that's standard. I don't think it was special to that company. I think things like that is the challenge, and why we have to look at things like that when we have these things in honor of them. And also, are we doing enough already? Because a lot of employees look at this like, I don't want your freaking donut. Like, give me $5.
What do you think about culture committees? I've heard people have culture committees where like they're involved beyond HR for culture. Because if HR is doing everything to recognize people and celebrate and employee of the month and birthdays, anniversaries, stuff like that, you know, it's just HR's view and what everyone wants. But like if a committee is together, like a wellness committee or a way that people within the organization can have an insight and have a say in like how they celebrate things and how they recognize people in their good work and make it just a little bit personalized. So have you seen that be successful within your experience?
It's the Sunshine Committee. I think you shouldn't. I would be careful of calling it the Culture Committee, because your employees, regardless if you have a committee or if you want to on purpose, the culture is already set by the people that you bring into the organization. Right. And so it's like if you say, oh, we're the Culture Committee, it really is different because there's intercultures within each department outside of the organization. And so that's what some of that challenge is, you know? And so that's why I was like, call it the Sunshine Committee, not the Culture Committee. Like have the you know, birthday buds or something and they bring the cake. Like that's what I would suggest. Do you think so?
I agree with you.
Now I'm just like I'm like Bitter Betty. Now I'm like,
I think first of all, the fact that they didn't choose your t-shirt design does not mean, Jackye, that you don't have worth. So let it go. The other thing I would say is, no, I'd agree with you. I don't love the label of Culture Committee. I think it's twofold. One, it makes it sound like these people are responsible for the culture and everyone is responsible for culture. So I wouldn't want it to seem like it's sitting in one spot. And sometimes this may be news to a lot of the folks watching. Sometimes when you put people on a committee that there is an air of exclusivity to it, right? Not everybody's on the committee, only some. Sometimes people let that go to their heads and they become a little power trippy about things like that. And so this is what we do for, you know, Halloween celebrations here. And it's like, okay, well, someone's asking if we could do this instead. That's not what we do. And it's like, okay, what is the culture then that what is I get it if someone is saying we're going to do nude bob for apples. And it's like, well, that's not what we do for a variety of reasons. I understand that. But if it's really something like someone is saying, can we also do a harvest social because for religious reasons we don't recognize Halloween, or can we do, I don't know, whatever the things are, and you have someone who's like, we wear costumes. If someone doesn't wear a costume, tell them to take PTO. And it's like, okay, you're not in charge of their PTO. That's what creeps into the way in which sometimes people on these committees get.
That's the other part too, in understanding the policies. Like we all know there's such nuance with like laws and what you can and cannot do, what you can and cannot say. And you want to get in trouble. You don't want to get in trouble where you're asking people to do additional work, especially with, if there's overtime or something like that, and this person is looking at that, that's a risk. But I think what one thing that is, and we don't know their workload. So to give at a committee and doing all the stuff, like now you have to police it, not fun. But I do think that it is what I would encourage is that you do things like per department, where it's like, we're all going to work on this thing. When you have your company meetings, like have a little celebration of talking about those kind of things, whatever it is, like have everybody where they're working together. And because your boss is part of it, that gives them the time, so they don't feel weird about doing it, and you're doing it during work hours and it's not getting out of control, and the person who's already in charge is still in charge. So that it doesn't get out of sorts, and it will be reflective of their department and how it impacts the overall organization. I think something like that.
It's so specific with the company. And like for our business of 40 people and a company of 4,000, it's going to look so different. So the experience of those employees will be different. So, John, what were you going to say?
Your impact is different, direct. Like with 40 people, it's still small enough that everybody can kind of know one another. That generally, 4,000, you don't know everybody. So it's harder to give people a measure of grace that I was talking about before, because you're like, I have nothing in the relational bank with you. I only know you because of this appointment that you have. Like you've been appointed to be on the culture committee. And that's my only frame of reference. We should be thoughtful about the context of that. I also want to apologize that I said nude bobbing for apples. I don't know why that was the example that came to my mind. That gives you a little insight about my mind, but there we are. There we go. Therapy for sure.
It's okay. So is there a difference between recognition and celebration? And if so, how do you complement each other?
See my head shaking up and down. I'm saying yes, but go ahead. Exactly.
Did we answer your question?
Go ahead. Next question.
Yes. Well, yes. I think you want to give, I think when a celebration is something that isn't necessarily work related. And I think recognition is something that is work related. So if, when somebody has a milestone or something within their family and those types of things, we have certain celebrations. And I think we had recognition on an individual basis. But if we doubled our quota, that's a huge celebration. But you still want to recognize everybody's individual contributions, because that's the part that sucks. Like, I think about, the NBA was one of my clients. And what was interesting, when you go to any of their events, and this is HR, right? People don't know that, like, when you win and you're there and you're a part of it, you get a ring too. And you didn't even, they're like, you didn't even shoot a basket, and you get your celebration ring. And so it's like
what is that?
It's her Mac, her weirdo machine.
And I never know how to turn it on or off, and things happen. It's weird. But I think it's important that you recognize that people will look at it. Somebody's worked really, really hard, and they get mad because we get the same ring. Everybody gets the same. And so sometimes there is a point of recognition, being careful to make sure that that you're not celebrating something that you shouldn't be emulating at the organization.
I think the other side of it as well is there's something important about recognizing someone in work-related things, but also in sometimes personal things that wouldn't necessarily be celebrated. So my dad passed away it'll be 2 years in November. And the context of, and so I say this because the context of how people are responding to the death of a loved one can run the gamut. For some, they feel like they've been suffering for so long. I'm just so glad they're not suffering anymore. Through it's devastating. I don't know how I'm going to continue without this person, right? It could run the gamut. And so we wouldn't say necessarily that celebration might be the right response to someone who's going through a time like that. But boy, does it mean a whole lot when an organization, when your teammates in a department recognize that something has happened to you. And so we're going to send over some food. We're going to show up at the services as a team. We're going to, is that celebration? Maybe not, but I certainly think it's recognition. You're recognizing that there's a human that works in this department with us that's going through more than a moment right now. And we want to just offer our support, even if we're not best friends with this person. We're friends, but we know we may not be the person that they come to or the people that person comes to. We still want to show that we recognize what they're going through. I think there's great value in being humans with one another.
I think it just shows that you genuinely care about the people you work with. And if you were in their shoes, you would appreciate what they're doing for you if you lost a family member. And so I don't know if any moment in your two careers stand out to when you got recognized as more of a surprise or something you were unexpectedly finding out. So I don't know if you have any memory of when that happened. Does any come to mind?
We're both delusional and feel like we should have been celebrated all.
I mean, some more delusional than the other.
I won't tell you who.
I will. It's her.
It's like the Brady Bunch. I can go. Please do.
I remember there's been so many, and if I dwell on it too much, like I could feel the lump, right? That'll form for me because I've been as difficult as moments in my career have been. Overall, it's been extraordinarily kind. And people have been very mean to me at points in my career. But overall, people have been supportive and gracious and encouraging, right? And so I think part of it is the recognition starts to mean more if you can keep the right context in it. And I remember 2012, I think it was, 2012. I won in the Philadelphia area HR Person of the Year. And I remember I wasn't even there for the celebration because I was working out of town. And I remember my phone, my flip phone, ringing off the hook with people who were there calling me to tell me that I won. And the winning was awesome. The fact that so many people wanted to call me right from there, knowing I wasn't there, may be even more so what was so special.
Wow. That's awesome. Well, congrats.
Well, thanks. That was so long ago.
13 years later.
13 years ago. Come on. It's forever ago.
That didn't age well.
Now I'm the non-HR person. Who's the worst HR person of the year? Oh.
Right. I will tell you, one of the things we got is I was working on a project where we were doing this huge implementation, and it was company wide, and we just felt like we were getting beat all the time because we were making company wide changes. And what was so nice was to celebrate. We had a dinner, like it was still banquet style dinner, But what was nice is that they gave us all Letterman jackets with the name of the project. Now, this person always had a color and a theme and a logo for every single project. So and so we got Letterman jackets with leather sleeves with the name of the project and a big panel on the back. And they gave them all to us as if we were earning our letterman jacket and said something nice and put the jacket on.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I mean,
that's awesome.
Jeez.
Right. I still have it. And that was the best moment. And it's still intimate, because that's the other time. I feel extremely guilty when I win everything. I feel so like, I don't know. It's like, it's another form of imposter syndrome. You know, I want to share this with everyone. I'm not sure I was part of a team. We all did it together. Yeah. And so what was nice was that it was a small group. We were able to celebrate everybody in that moment. And then the next week, if you had your jacket, you got to explain exactly what that was, and people knew about it. And it really set the bar for other people internally. And it wasn't that expensive, by the way. Like, it's a lot cheaper than those, you know, whatever you call
crystal
it, you know,
things. Yes.
Crystal things. Yeah.
It was a lot cheaper than those types of things. But that was probably my favorite.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Someone gave you that air horn, didn't they? Or did you buy it yourself?
No, I bought that. That was a TikTok shop. You know, that's the way it goes.
Oh, wait. And at Seek Out, we got hockey sticks. That was the best too, because at Seek Out, we were going, and then we did really well. And so, you know, they always call it a hockey stick when you go. So we all got hockey sticks in celebration.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool. Well, not everyone has that kind of budget, obviously, as a small business. I look at where I'm at in a small business setting, and it's like, what can managers do to show their team that they appreciate them? And if anybody ever asks me that question, I always go and tell them, write a handwritten thank you card, give them a gift card to their favorite place to get a coffee or lunch, and it would possibly just change their whole month or their day. Like, it really can impact them. So beyond that, is there anything that you both would suggest people to just maybe consider doing if they're not doing it right now, as a small gesture of something that might really change the dynamic of somebody on their team that might be having a hard time, and just boost their morale a little bit, you know?
Well, I think we have a distributed workforce for a number of organizations, so people aren't together all the time, so you can't necessarily pick up on some of the nuances. So I would leverage your technology. So if you have Slack or Teams chats or whatever platform you might be using, I know at Humoriso we have a difference makers chat. And so if someone it's for someone to recognize someone else in the company. And so there's nothing connected to it other than kudos. There, you know, you're not collecting points. It's none of that. It's just genuine, either client feedback that's come in, and their manager will throw it in so everybody can celebrate with them the recognition that they've gotten from a client, or someone saying, I needed help in this area, so-and-so jumped in way above and beyond. So, you know, shout out, and everybody else sees, it's the whole company sees it, and everybody else is jumping in and giving high fives and way to go, Jackie. You know, that kind of vibe is what's there. There's no cost to that. You already have the platform.
Yeah. Great advice.
I was going to say, how about just listening and give him the gift of your time? Could you just listen to someone? Is probably a greater gift than they've. Sometimes that could be enough. If you had a boss that invested in you and took the time, you know, like you do with your kids. And I didn't do this with my kids, but did do this with the people that reported to me, where it's like, if you call, I'm picking up. I'll tell you everything that I'm doing, but I will pick up. So I think that giving your time, it's free.
Yeah. I love it. I could talk to you both all day. It's fun. This is like highlight of my week right here.
Oh,
well, and watching But First Coffee on Thursday, what's the topic for Thursday? Do you even know it yet?
No, we don't know. We don't know.
We'll be there, though.
We'll be there.
We will be.
There you go. You'll be there. So Thursdays, for people watching live, you probably already watched them. If you don't, But First Coffee on LinkedIn. Do you stream it anywhere else other than LinkedIn?
Oh, yeah. YouTube, Facebook, all the things. All the things.
Yeah, all the things.
So you don't have to just be on LinkedIn. So go check them out. They are hilarious. They're going to help your day get better. I promise. So I appreciate you both coming out. Hopefully you had a good time. I know
this was awesome.
That hour went fast.
Always
I know. Fast. No, thank you for asking us. This was super fun. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Honored. I appreciate you so much.
That air horn. I know you're right as soon as we hang up. Yes, I know.
Gotta get one. And John, I know you have one of, well, you have a Payroll Partners coffee mug. So
I do.
Jackye, I'm gonna have to get you one now. So
John,
I know this. Why did you even say it? You're going to have to do a big box now, David, of all kinds of things to her. I'll send you her address in Waco. Don't worry.
Got it. I need that. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
The fan was coming. The fan was coming.
Uh-oh, she's furious.
We might have new mugs. John might not even have the new mugs.
I don't. No.
Jackye
I only have the one.
Oh.
Noah's holding back on me, so I need to. Yeah.
Well, they take them to the SHRM conferences, so I don't have too much to give away. So I'm gonna have to just go find one and so I
tell Noah it's for an emergency, so we'll get them. Yeah.
Well, you guys, I love it. I'm so glad you came on. Appreciate all you do. Hopefully we'll stay connected and just keep doing what you're doing. It's been awesome. Jackye, thanks for coming on. This was hopefully certainly an enjoyable hour for me. John, I don't know about
same.
Good. All right. Well, you two have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. David. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Next Monday, we got another one coming on, and it's somebody from the actual bourbon distillery scene. So hear a little bit about the bourbon industry and a mash bill.
I'll take that free sample as well. Thanks.
There you go. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a great day.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.